Hey guys, this is Ian Huff from Ian Huff Films and Studios, and I want to thank the people who have been subscribing, and now I got 39 subscribers in my channel. I'm really happy about that. I want to thank you for all the support you've been giving me, and making this channel keep going. And I'm sorry that I haven't been doing more videos like this in a long time, for a while, because I've been really busy. And I said I was going to make episode 6, but last Saturday, that I was going to make episode 6. I didn't make episode 6 because I was doing my service work. I didn't have time, I lost track, and so on and so on. And I had to help with family stuff and looking at Halloween stuff for my Halloween costume, which I'll tell you at the end of the video. But right now, I want to get to one of my 6 episodes of unmade, unexisted Spider-Man fan films. And the one I want to do is something that you are going to be like, what? What the heck? Because recent comments lately, I get negative comments sometimes from other videos. And hey, what the heck? What the fetch, man? What the fetch? Alright? This is my video. I'm just doing this because I love to make videos about something, and if you guys hate it, then that's on you. That's on you. Alright? But right now I don't blame you for that. So let's just get to the video. So the title, this was going to be something that I've been redoing a while, and it's called The Unlimited Spider-Man. Right? Yeah. That was my recent idea of remaking the Unlimited Spider-Man. And yeah, it was going to be really cool, big success with everything I wanted to make. This is going to be like something I wanted to create for a long time, and I wanted to make it big, make it a big story. Right? Right. Yeah. And it never happened. And so it's gonna be a Venom vs. Spider-Man film like I did before, but this one is different, and the costume designs are somewhat made by me, with some recent stuff I've been working on and some that are just very similar. So I'm just gonna talk about the whole story and what it was gonna be about. So this Spider-Man was going to be a really good Spider-Man, really fun, understandable, reasonable, convincing Spider-Man. I know, mouthful, right? I believe so. So, now we all know that So, I remember the beginning of the Spider-Man fan film, where Spider-Man comes home and he brings home a symbiote, an alien symbiote, which he had in the jar. Kept in the jar. And it was really cool because the prop I used, it was a practical idea that I did, was a plastic wrapper bag and stuffed in a glass jar, which is really cool, that you could hold in your hand, and just it was really great. It was a genuine practical idea. So some of it was practical, some of it was VFX. The glass jar was not. There was no VFX with the jar. It's just practical. It's just a practical idea with web effects, and it was really fun. So Peter would come home with the symbiote jar in his homemade Spider-Man costume, and it's pretty cool that I loved it, and it was really fun. Then he would get a phone call from the Daily Bugle about doing his photo assignments, and he would go off, leaves the jar at the house, and it was really fun. And leaves off, and then we get a shot. There was this really cool shot that I did with the symbiote, and so I hold a camera which starts from the door and it moves to the symbiote itself. And I just love it. I loved my idea on how it was supposed to be like. Yeah. And I wanted to put it as a teaser trailer. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know how to do release. I was going to upload it, but I mean, I'm starting to use Film more 9 for the first time, and I didn't know how to upload it, but I was hoping one day I make it a full film, but didn't happen. And Eddie Brock will come to his house while Peter is out doing his picture stuff, and then the origin of Venom would come in. It's similar to the one I had from episode 1, if you have not seen it. So I highly recommend you go watch that before on the second one, and then, second episode, and then other things like that. So, yeah. I really love the idea of it, of recreate Venom's origin story, and it was pretty cool, just simple, practical story. And then we would cut to a day later. Peter's at home, and then Venom comes in, attacks Peter, and they would start fighting. Yeah. Yep. They would fight at the front of his house. Spider-Man would web him in the face. Spider-Man would go off, trying to change into Spider-Man, and then he would suit up in his homemade suit, which I'll tell you about that later. And then they would fight, and the Venom that I did was practical, which I'll talk about later. So Spider-Man lures him away from his house, somewhere off, and to a park, and they start fighting. And it was really fun. The fight scenes that I wanted to do was pretty good, and awesome. And then at the end of the video, we would see that Venom would reveal his face, that it was Eddie Brock. Peter would be shocked, and he would start talking about power and responsibility and everything else with it, and told him to get rid of the symbiote. Venom would just refuse and knocks him out, and then it went black. Peter would wake up and sees Venom's gone, and that ends. That's where it ends. Wasn't sure how long the film was going to be, but I mean, I could have had that as the first Spider-Man fan film. Could have been the best Unlimited Spider-Man fan film ever, because I just wanted it to be really cool. And the suits I used in it was actually really good, in my opinion. I just wanted to put it in. So here's the stuff that I wanted to use for the Spider-Man fan film. This mask, I bought this at a Halloween store in Oregon, which is just a Venom, pretty cool practical Venom mask. It's not like one of those big budget ones, but it's just I bought this for a Halloween costume. It was like 2 years ago when I wanted to do, before Spider-Man Dream of Hero came out, and this was amazing. I really loved it. It just has a really cool tongue. The practical spit and drool, it's pretty cool. And I know it looks like it's falling apart, but it's really, I really loved it. And yeah, along with that, I had these gloves. I have these Batman gloves, but I had other ones. They're kind of Venom. They're motorcycle. I had 2 different versions of motorcycle gloves: Batman gloves and the original gloves, motorcycle gloves. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And for Spider-Man's suit, again, it's just homemade stuff. And for the rest of Venom was just, I could have There was black pants and black boots that would just go off as Venom's costume. I don't really have much budget to create something that big, so I just wanted to be simple and homemade and that kind of stuff. And for the Spider-Man costume, these gloves from the Homemade Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, based from a Homemade Homecoming Spider-Man suit. This is just gloves that is inspired by it. And oh yeah, I forgot about the hoodie. Oh fetch. Anyway, here's the hoodie that I wanted to put with the costume. It's an Agent Venom hoodie that I got for Christmas, and it actually looks really perfect. It came out in 2019. I got this 2 years ago, or 3 years actually, from the third Christmas. 3 years ago, the third Christmas. It was really great, and I really loved it. It's pretty cool. It's an Agent Venom hoodie, and I just think it looks really good for a Venom costume that I used for Halloween. I was really happy about it. And what I just accidentally dropped was this face shell. Yes, this is the face shell. I bought this along with some other suits I got, which I'll make a video about it if you like. So I got this a while ago. I mean, about a few years, before I got the Far From Home suit. So that's like, I think it was 4 years ago. I might be mistaken, but this is pretty cool. I wore this under a mask that I bought. It's this really awesome mask that you all saw with the leather suit and those homemade Spider-Man gloves came with that the leather jacket from from in there in that closet. So here's how it went. Oh. So you don't need these lenses for that mask. These just pop off. They're not magnetic. So what you did is just pop the lenses off, and then take the hat and glasses off. If you're nearsighted, it might be a problem, but not fully. You put this on, and then you put the mask on like this. And it fits like a glove. It's pretty cool that I used this for face shell. And as you noticed, because I wanted to be Raimi inspired, but with some stuff that I have, and I didn't want to go that big of a budget, so I went with this. And it actually looks really good. And you can see what's going on. No problem with breathing, because this is fabric mesh. And you just pull it off like that. And if you don't want it without the face shell to make it look like you can actually pull it off, that's fine. So it's kind of really cool using this face shell, and I just really love it because this was originally from the previous video I made, the one I told about Spider-Man against Matt Gargan and Shocker. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's good that you finally got to see this, and it came with these lenses, and you just pop it in like that. And I did bought that battle damage mask that you saw. That was for this, and I just love it. I really do love it. It's pretty cool. And now the rest of the suit was this this Spider-Man shirt that you saw lately, because I wanted to be Raimi inspired. So the homemade shirt that I made, which is Raimi inspired, and I was really happy with it. And then these these blue sweats that I bought with a blue t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, which is now a homemade shirt that was going to be for a sequel for Dream of a Hero, and it's pretty cool. I made it myself a while ago, and I could have used this for Spider-Man Dream for a sequel, and I really love it. It's really cool. I made the front logo, back logo, because it's blue. I was a big fan of the Ditko Spider-Man when they first did the blue logo. I really wanted to bring that to life again and put that for Dream of a Hero, and I did that for the other homemade suit that I made. It was really cool. I loved it, and I just wish to bring that to life. And I also did a concept art for it, which is this Spider-Man suit that I did right here. I really loved it, and that's me with the angry face. And because I got into I was a big fan of manga art, anime art, manga, how you pronounce it, and it got me into doing something like that. And then I drew an idea for how Venom would look like. Yeah, so it's just this was going to be the mask for Venom, but then I went with this one, which is that mask that you saw lately. And then I was thinking that if it was going to have a sequel, and yeah, that's what happened. So I went with this, with the second suit, which is the socks with the white stripes, and the Converse shoes, the same shirt that I used back there, and the homemade gloves, and the same mask, which I know it doesn't look like it's going to match with the suit. And I do have a blue Morse suit in the bucket, and I don't know if I was going to do anything with it, but I don't know. It'd be cool. And the next, so I was going to have, when I was going to do a sequel, I did thought of the Lizard as the second villain in the second film. And this is the idea for how Lizard would look like. So it's just practical stuff. Same with the lizard gloves, the lizard mask, and the lab coat with jeans. It wasn't easy, but the only thing I know that was going to be in the film was these gloves right here. Yeah, these are latex gloves. What you do is just put these on, and then they fit like this, which could have been perfect for like the lizard or a monster or a prehistoric monster. I mean, yeah, I loved it. Yeah, and I loved it so much that I wanted to create more something like this. I wanted to use these. These are very useful if you want to create villains like this. So if I was going to create, if I'm going to put a villain, I think the lizard would be perfect, but because you would just need something like this that is very simple, practical stuff, and this is one of the best options to get. Is some Raptor latex gloves that you can buy on Amazon or Halloween store or something. Something that you can find that has the same color. I mean, I have some of the stuff, some Jurassic World Raptor mask, which is blue, which does not have the same color because this is like dark green, sort of emerald green, and this thing is kind of a gray color, which does not match. But it's really cool that they have moving jaws that you can move with your mouth. So here's the T-Rex mask, and this T-Rex mask is really cool. It may not match the gloves, but this is really awesome. I mean, I could have found a green one, because they have green T-Rex masks, but it may not, although I may not match these gloves, but they're really cool. It wouldn't matter, right? Because they're fan films. And here's the T-Rex masks. This T-Rex mask is really cool. Really loved it. I just think they match the T-Rex mask that I got. They're a bit darker though, but they're really good. I mean, that could have been for lizard stuff, but Two Fingers, I don't think so. Because hey, Lizard has more than 2 fingers, right? I just love it. It's pretty cool. So the sequel would have Spider-Man battling the Lizard, and that would have been the best thing ever. And the third villain for the sequel, which would have an end credit where Venom comes to visit Peter, wanting his help to face one villain that Spider-Man and Venom had been facing before in the comics, and that is Carnage for the Unlimited Spider-Man 3. That I love about. It's pretty cool. What I like about is that I did this idea of just him wearing like a Carnage mask, some Venom gloves, and just a button shirt with jeans. So yeah, if you don't like that idea, I get that, because he's full symbiote suit with a Carnage mask. I mean, I get that. I respect that. And if you're gonna say that my idea for Carnage is a crappy idea, go ahead, say it. I mean, I'm not really the person who wants to go that expensive or buy expensive stuff, but this is just simple, less expensive stuff that I just bought lately and had for Christmas and all of that. I mean, this is just something I wanted to use one of these days. Yeah. It'll be just a big battle. Venom and Spider-Man would face, and Spider-Man and Carnage would kidnap Mary Jane to get to Spider-Man, and Venom would help him. I wasn't sure how the final battle would work. I didn't do any writing or anything. Same with the Unlimited Spider-Man 2, because all I did was the Unlimited Spider-Man, and that never happened because just didn't have the idea. I lost track of the idea, and then nothing good ever happened. I don't know. I just love the idea of what I'm using for the story, and I just really love the stuff that I have. So yeah, if you'd like to see more, episode 7, which is Spider-Man Dream of a Hero, will come out in the 6th of March, which will be my 22nd birthday. Also, it'll be my 2nd anniversary, because that's the year Spider-Man Dream of a Hero came out. That's all I can say. So it'll be my 2nd anniversary of Spider-Man Dream of a Hero that was made, but now doesn't exist, which I'll tell you about that later, next year, because it won't come out this year, because I wanted to save that for later. I'll be sending that as a premiere on that day, so hope you stay tuned for that. But thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys later. Leave your comments down below, and hopefully you'll like to see what I'm going to be doing later. And I'm happy to announce that I'm going to be doing a DIY video, my first DIY video on how to make your own Halloween costume, and that is going to be, drum roll please, the Green Goblin. Yep, I'm doing Green Goblin this year for my Halloween costume, and I'm really happy for it, because it's going to be one of the best Halloween costumes ever made, and I'm really happy that I got to dress up as the one thing that's never been done before. I've been wanting to do Green Goblin for a while. I mean, I've been doing Venom, and from my first Spider-Man villain. I'm happy to do next Spider-Man villain and the other Spider-Man villain next year, which I'm not gonna say, which you'll be hearing later in the 7th episode, which will come out next year on my 2nd anniversary, which is gonna be really cool. So this March that I had was the 1st anniversary, which is gonna be really cool, and hopefully you'll see my next video coming up. And thank you guys for watching. I'll be making more of this every Saturday. And yeah, hopefully see you guys later. Ciao.